Yeah. Can everyone fit in here? They could come in. We don't bite. We like lots of people. Good evening. Welcome to the Charter Township of Brownstown Board Meeting, November 17th. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Supervisor Breeze,
Here.
Clerk Brinker here. Treasurer Ebert is excused. Trustee Allen.
Here.
Trustee Chapman.
Here.
Trustee Jones.
Here.
Trustee Killian.
Here.
You have in front of you the regular board meeting minutes from November 3rd. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes from November 3rd.
Support.
Motion by Chapman, supported by Jones to accept the meeting minutes from November 3rd, 2025. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the closed session meeting minutes of November 3rd, 2025.
Motion to approve. Support.
Motion by Allen, supported by Killian. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the agenda approval. We need to remove
No.
H1. Closed session for POLC. And I think that's it.
Motion to approve the agenda with the removal of H1.
Support.
Motion by Chapman, supported by Jones. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Chief, where are you? You're up there. Hi, it's your show. I am not going to attempt John's last name, so I'll just say welcome. I'll definitely mess it up.
So we have a new hire tonight, John Strasner. Every time I come up here, I talk about the badge, and I try and relate it somehow to the specific candidate. Tonight, it was pretty easy for John, and the theme I came up with was family. So tonight, we welcome a new firefighter into our department and into the larger family of the fire service. Accepting this badge marks the start of a career built on commitment, integrity, and courage. But in this case, the call to serve runs deep. Your father, a deputy fire chief in Canton, has led by example, showing what leadership and steady presence looks like in this line of work. Your mother spent her career in the private ambulance service, caring for others and setting a strong example of compassion and professionalism. And your brother, a firefighter in Riverview, is already walking the same path you begin tonight with us in Brownstown. So as you pin on this badge every shift, know that you're joining another family too, one that will challenge you, support you, and stand beside you through everything this job brings. We're proud to have you here, proud to see your family spirit of service carried forward. Congratulations and welcome to the family. Clerk Brinker is going to swear him in.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state, and I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of firefighter medic in and for the Carter Township of Brownstown, County of Wayne, and State of Michigan, according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Thank you.
Photo camera.
Thank you. Welcome, John. It looks like you have large shoes to fill there. Thank you to the fire department for coming out. You guys are welcome anytime. You're welcome. Be careful, be safe. Next, we have the recognition. I need glasses. I'm so sorry. For our Fall Beautification Award winner, Mr. Wallace, where are you? There you are. Is that mic on? Is that mic on? I'll come down.
Well, that's always a tough act to follow,
It's on, Sherry.
but that was excellent. I just want to take this opportunity to recognize, we have 3 awards for the year for beautification. And with the Summer Beautification Award, the Halloween, Fall, and the Holiday Award. We recently, the Beautification Historical Commission recently judged for the Halloween Fall Award. And the commission visited 10 homes, and the home that they decided was the best, and it was wonderfully decorated. It really brought forward the Halloween, the spirit of Halloween by far. If you check out the Brownstown Recreation Facebook pages, you get to kind of see some of the video of the animatronics that they had at their home and the decorations. And I heard that, of course, the night that we went, it was a big windstorm, and they had to take down a bunch of stuff and bring down some of their effects. But it still was pretty amazing. It was not pretty amazing; it was fantastic. So at this time, we would like to recognize Todd Godby and his son Carter for their wonderful decorations for the Halloween.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. No, your jacket follows.
Thank you. I thought I chose for the occasion.
What the spirit you're in.
Carter, thank you so much. We hope to see Christmas is wonderful.
You guys back up just a little bit? Okay, sure. Yeah, you too. Marvelous.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Good luck. Take care. Congrats.
That's yours.
Thank you.
Baby online. Thank you all. Next, we have public forum.
I have,
If
I have a list.
if anyone would like to approach, you have 3 minutes to give us your concern and we'll go from there.
All right. Hi, my name is Megan Van Washenova, and I reside on Dixie Manor. I came last week and discussed some of the concerns we had about the construction taking place outside of our home. Things have not gotten any better, if anything, worse. We still have not received any communication on the projects happening around our house. We have been told these will be single-family homes, but now we're seeing paperwork that says condos. Here are just some of the things that have happened since the last meeting. Our mailboxes were dug up and moved across the street without informing us or our postmaster. The street was expanded about 2 feet. There were areas that were not marked off with construction cones. Even the areas that were did not have tape between the barrels. Seeing as how this is the side of the street that we park on, it made it extremely dangerous. If people were to park there not knowing, the entire right side of their car would be in the hole and ruined. Our street is extremely dark at night. There are still areas of this side that are not marked, and there are rebar pipes sticking up from the ground, and they are not marked off. We have plenty of people who walk our neighborhood with their dogs. They're now walking their kids in wagons in the street, and they're still not marked off. Our street is basically a one-way street at this point due to laying concrete on one side where it was dug up. There are no signs posted and has made it extremely inconvenient for people who have come both ways down our street. I have even witnessed cars have to back down the street to allow another car through, then take their turn hoping it doesn't happen to them again. The other side that is still just gravel has had potholes that even in my truck cause me concern. Plus, there are areas that have the construction cones on the outside of the area that is dug up. The street was already narrow, which is why they had to expand it in the first place. There has been a couple water main breaks concerning for what will happen to our properties. The safety of our children is still a major concern. The way these vehicles are operating at such high speeds is extremely unsettling. They drive through our entire neighborhood to get to the back of our subdivision. This all takes place while our children are walking to their bus stops or to school. These vehicles are causing so much vibrations to our house that we are concerned about our foundations. Who will be responsible for the damages our properties get? We live over in a wetland area and have been told that shifting has already started occurring. The construction workers are extremely rude. I have heard them yelling at my neighbors. They act as if all of us are an inconvenience. Why did my taxes increase if I cannot even find comfort on my street and within my own home? We have to walk out to a mess every morning. We're finding a lot more garbage than before, coffee cups, food wrappers, etc. We've also seen a construction worker carrying a baby around. Yes, I know this is about communication again, but none of them have came to update us before doing stuff. They even took a sledgehammer to my mailbox. I am also concerned about our elderly neighbors. They are staying in their houses when they would leave multiple times a day to the uncertainty of construction. There are still so many more concerns that I have. However, for now, this is where we are. I've also printed off some pictures we have taken. In closing, I just want to say that I'm not sure how all of this can be so unprofessional. I'm tired of being left to feel like I am the inconvenience in my own home, the one where I pay the taxes in the township. And I don't know who wants these,
We'll take it.
but these are pictures that I have wrote on of
Okay.
the barbed, or
Thank
the
you, sweetie.
barbed wire
Thank you.
sticking up,
Okay.
and the construction cones with no tape in between them. We don't have street lights on our street, so everything is extremely dangerous at night. And we have a lot of elderly folks that live on our block. And I'm concerned about all of their safety, plus my children's.
Can you step up to the mic and give us your name and address for the
My
record?
name's Jennifer Rubel, address 32174 Covington. I have a ton of Ring camera videos. I have text messages from people on Brantford with Ring camera videos, screenshots of all of the cement trucks, all of these semis coming through. These trucks are going so fast. One of them has almost hit a child. My son has had to back up off of the curb. I stopped the other day to try and talk to these guys, and they had me in tears because I was trying to explain to them, we have kids that are homeschooled. We have kids in this subdivision that play outside I don't know how many of you have kids, but our kids still play outside. It's nice out. They ride their bikes. They run down the street. Let's go see if my son Frederick goes and sees if his friend Colton can play. Does it every day. Shouldn't have to wait or watch for a 35, 40-mile-an-hour semi or a 35, 40-mile-an-hour cement truck to plow out of the back of a field in the back because they don't care that they're in a subdivision. They don't care that they're plowing through. It's a road. They don't care that they're parking on the side of my house and leaving their semi. And I'm doing it in a fire lane, leaving the wires just thrown all over my grass. But it's okay. My kids have to watch that. They have to worry about. Don't go near that. That belongs to a semi. Don't touch that. It's in my yard. I'm not even anywhere near the construction site. I'm on the whole other side of a block, but it's in my yard. Why should I have to look at that? Why should anybody else have to listen to the noise that's going on? They dump the semis, they dump the bulldozers, they hit them so hard they're shaking houses. This is ridiculous. I mean, yeah, they're building, they're doing construction. I can understand that. But when I bought my house a year and a half ago, I was told none of that was going to get touched. I was told it was wetlands. You're not building back there. They're not doing anything. Okay, that's fine. Great. I love the woods. I love the quiet. But when you come in and you start building, you don't warn me. I have a heater on my pool. I have a $2,000 heater on my pool. I'm out there swimming. It's, 60, 70 degrees out. I got a 90-degree pool. I'm out there in a bikini swimming. You come flying down the road. You park your semi right next, fire lane, right next to my house. Block my driveway. You pull that bulldozer off, and you go back there and you start wailing away. You throwing these limbs all over her car. Whoever else is parked back there. Her car. And you know what? I walk out there and you tell me it's not my problem. Go, pardon my mouth, go piss off because you have my driveway blocked. But then you have all these leaves and all this stuff flying around and into my pool, and you ruin my $2,000 heater and my pump because you can't even warn us that this stuff is going to start. We're going to start getting aggravated. We paid you guys to be up here. We elected you guys to be up here. Yeah, I'm going to start getting frustrated because I pay taxes in this township and nothing is getting done now.
Okay.
They're out here
Is there
doing all of
anything
this.
new you'd like to add to that? I don't mean to cut you off. I'd like to listen to this.
I did join just because it's pertaining to this.
Okay.
Keep it
All right.
short.
All right.
I have something prepared,
Sure.
but it's under 3 minutes.
Sure.
Good evening. My name is Megan Coulsett. I'm a resident living directly next to the ongoing construction project in the wetlands and FEMA declared flood zone. I'm here to raise several serious concerns about unsafe, unprofessional, and disruptive practices taking place at the site, concerns that directly affect public safety, environmental stability, and the daily lives of the families in our neighborhood. This is not about opposing development. It's about ensuring that development in a flood risk zone and wetland area is completely safely, lawfully, and within appropriate oversight, which at this time does not appear to be happening. Over the last several weeks, residents, including myself, I live directly across the street, have witnessed multiple safety issues, heavy construction equipment being operated at high speeds, including on residential roads where children walk the bus stop. A specific incident where fast-moving equipment did not see my child approaching the bus stop and had to slow abruptly, which is a near miss that I know you know should never happen in a residential area. Unprofessional and unaggressive operation of machinery, causing excessive noise, ground vibration, and shaking, strong enough to raise concerns about structural impacts to nearby homes. As a remote working nurse, the aggressive practices and constant shaking have made it extremely difficult to do my job, which requires calm, quiet, and focus for patient interactions. I care for veterans and postal workers. Working remotely allows me to provide them access to health care that otherwise they would not have. Driving an hour and a half downtown to my job would not be beneficial to these people, so I would like to stay working at home. This is nothing compared to what the 4 other critical care nurses and 2 active duty firefighters living on our street directly in the middle of this mess
have to navigate to get to and from work, or they have to sleep through when they work midnights. An open unmarked hole that was left in the street before the new curb installation on the day of our first snowfall. It was not blocked off, lit, or indicated in any way, creating a major slip and fall hazard for children, elderly residents, and anyone walking by. There have been 2 water main breaks since the project began, suggesting possible disruption to underground utilities. A possibly related gas leak in my dryer, which DTE classified as a level 1 hazard. It occurred shortly after days of intense ground shaking from machinery. While not definitively confirmed, the timing is concerning and it needs review. Residents are being temporarily blocked in their driveways and streets by contractor vehicles and equipment. Mind you, the fire hydrants are all on our street. Restricting safe access in and out of our homes. I'm concerned for my elderly neighbors, a couple of whom have not left their house in days, and this is unacceptable. Litter throughout the project lot, including coffee cups and construction debris, indicating a lack of professionalism and respect for our community. And standing water and inadequate erosion control. There's a lot of concerns about flooding, runoff, and contamination of this wetland that this parcel is right in the middle of.
Okay.
We're asking for a full safety review of the project immediately to verify all active permits, environmental requirements, and wetland protections, investigate the cause of recent water main breaks and any possible connection to the ground vibration or construction activity, proper signage, barricades, and hazard markings, ensuring that the construction hours, speed limits, and residential zone protocols are strictly enforced.
Okay. All right. We're way over 3 minutes.
Okay.
You have anything new
I'll send it
from
in
there?
an email with
Okay.
with photos.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Anything further? I did look into it and I've been on top of this for the past 2 weeks. I spoke with the contractor. He informed me that everything was up to par out there. Our economic development director, he went and took photos, sent them to me. Everything looked great. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm not saying that at all. I can sympathize. I can tell you, I know for sure that they are all up on their permits with the wetlands and the state and the county, and all those are, pardon me?
Did they get the Army permit since they're within so many miles of so many feet of the Great Lakes? There's an extra permit from the Army that.
I would have to talk to that one I haven't heard of. Again, you're catching me off guard. I know we have everything in the building department. I can pause to where's Mr. Kibbe? To discuss the posting of the permits, before I call him up. We're doing everything we can. I can ask the police to pay special concern down there as well. We have a police down there at all times. As for the condos, whether they're detached condos or houses, should make no difference in the construction. I don't know what the issue was there because you brought that up initially. Am I forgetting anything? I'm just trying to summarize. Yes, what?
Heather Grotowski, 32112 Bellcrest. I'm here more in solidarity, but I'm a dog walker. But who is responsible for signage when they're like working on the roads? Because my husband back there and I were walking our dog, and I'm assuming it's a resident with how quickly they were driving, came barreling down Culpeper and meant to turn onto Dixie Manor, and it was blocked on the side they were expecting to turn onto. And like he and I jumped back and we were getting ready to turn onto Dixie Manor because there was no sign that the road had been worked on. And so my question is, who's responsible for putting something up? Because they're obviously going to have to repair the other side.
Right.
Because there's nothing out there and it is dark, which I appreciate. I like the dark. So,
Right.
but just something for forewarning for even people who aren't familiar would be appreciated.
Okay. All right. Mr. Kibbe, I'm going to put you on the spot. Would you mind coming up here? I understand. Can you give any recollection or understanding of the permit posting and?
That's new to me. I'll check on that. I'll verify all the permits first thing in the morning.
Okay.
I'll also reach out to the developer again, as we did last week. I've been gone for a couple weeks.
I know.
Vacation and illness. I'll reach out to him, find out what's going on. I think I've got most of the notes. I might have to watch the video tomorrow morning, just to make sure I got everything there so I can relate back to him with what the concerns are for the.
But-
Please do. Yeah, it makes it easier so I can just make sure I have a whole list of everything. I can talk to him at one time.
Are you familiar with the signage?
Yeah, I've got that down
I
here as
understand,
well.
I understand.
I do know that he has some signage on Jefferson to deal with Petros, being that's a
Yes.
private road. But I'll find out what he can get out for the warning of the other construction going on in that area.
Okay,
I know that might not be what you want to hear, but he has been responsive when we have reached out to him.
he was when I contacted him as well. I know it's frustrating. It's very intrusive, I'm sure. And if we could control everything, we would. And we're doing that. Yes, yes. My next was the police chief after I put Mr. Kibbe on the spot here. Chief Watson, do you have anything to add to this?
After the last meeting, I did pass this on to both lieutenants on both platoons. They cover the entire road patrol shift. I've driven through there one time since then. I noticed that Dixie Manor was down to one lane at that time. And I, in fact, did back up for a car. I was about to make the turn. I heard a couple of things. Someone mentioned fire lane. Call when those things are happening. We'll come.
It happens every day. Yeah, I can't help how you feel. And one car was so frustrating. We drove by, and we must have touched picture. And the police officer left. Like, I literally called and said, I have the text collection, I couldn't get out to go get my son. My son goes to school in Brazil. And the guy pretty much told me it's not my acting problem, deal with it.
That was a construction worker?
That was a construction.
Okay, I don't
officer.
want to
No, it wasn't a
mislead the
police
public that the
officer.
police are talking
No.
to you that way.
It was the construction worker that told me that.
All right, well, we'll address the construction workers with the developer when we get them on the phone tomorrow. That's totally
And if
unacceptable.
you can give me specific dates and times, I can give you my
I
email.
I mean,
I can
have-
look into those and find out
Okay.
what we did.
Thank you,
Often
Chief.
they might drive by, see it, and then
Right.
try to find a construction worker and say, hey, you need to move your truck.
We appreciate
So,
it.
yeah.
We are, and I just want you all to know, we've been on top of it. I told you I would call the next morning. I did. I had pictures sent to me the next day after that. I mean, I've heard nothing. Can you please,
When you're saying everything is in order, with these barrels not being taped off in between, that's okay? A car can pull
I
over.
cannot tell you the road laws and the construction laws. I'm telling you everything for the building permits, the DNR, all those construction codes and everything are being held to the best of our ability and what we have control over.
So then who do we talk to about having these roped off before somebody? in my
We
neighborhood
will
breaks
discuss
their
that
leg?
with the contractor.
Because when I'm off
and-
duty, I'm off duty.
No, I understand. I understand. Mr.
Can I just, if you do speak to them, they had a porta potty in somebody's front yard through the whole weekend and they have a whole diesel fueling station set up in the woods. So could
Okay.
we address that?
All right. Okay, I've gone way over the limit on this. Mr. Peters, do you have anything to add?
No, just the only thing I was going to add is, so one, to answer the question of what's actually being constructed, they are single-family homes. So technically they're site condos, but it's they're single-family homes, so number one. And then two, all of these items you're bringing up fall under different jurisdictions. So some of it we have to follow up. Some of it's Wayne County responsibility. The soil erosion permits are Wayne County responsibility. Any of the road permit requirements from the county are going to be what governs the cones and things like that. The Eagle from the state is going to be the wetland permit. So it's all, some of it's us, the zoning, the building codes are us. Some of it is other jurisdictions. And so as much as we'd like to tell you, we'll jump right on it, we have to work with other jurisdictions to make that happen. But we have plenty of people here. I can tell you between our building department, our police department, myself, some of our board members have personally driven down there from day to day to keep an eye on what's going on. what we can control, we're trying to control, and what we can hold people accountable for as far as the construction process, we'll do that. It's going to have to be a conversation. If there's things that get worse, let us know. We'll do the best we can with it. An impact study from,
Excuse me, one thing I want to make for, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir, will you come up to the mic and give your name, please?
I have grandchildren on that street,
May I ask for your address?
9853 Manor Avenue.
Thank you.
And before you have a project of this impact, there should be an impact study of what it's going to do to the environment, the street, the parking, all that. They have received nothing. Nobody knew anything. They just showed up one day and started cutting trees.
Okay.
So
yeah, I mean,
that has to come through somebody.
sure.
And I'm not sure what, he's from the Economic Development Corporation?
No, he works for the Township of Brownstown.
Oh,
He's our
okay. We're not
Economic
going to
Development
the
Director.
EDC
You have
money.
all the local,
Right, so we're not using federal money here for this project, the
No.
township.
no,
he-
no.
The
No.
developer came through the township and followed our planning and zoning process. There were multiple public hearings that were noticed to
Public hearings?
residents. This was back, I don't know how long ago those were.
Over 2 years.
Yeah. So once
There
they're,
to be an invalid public hearing.
no, once it was approved, it's within our ordinance, you have so many years to start development after approval is granted. So it's been, yeah, and this was approved, it was 3 years. We have since lowered that to 1 year, but when this was approved, it was under our prior law, which was a 3-year process. So it, well,
No. He's purchased this property a long time ago, I believe.
he's owned this land for a long time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So basically, we're basically going into something that was probably stopped before because of the watershed, right?
And that,
then they finally got it changed, so we're like into the same thing that happened in Taylor. So
Yeah.
it could be a 11-year process
Well-
before anything.
well, again, the watershed part of it, the flood, it was all going to be the state of Michigan. We have nothing to do with it. All we do is tell them, if you can get a permit from the state, then you can check that off the list, but that's governed by the state.
Well, one thing I'd like
You
to,
could
to
go to the Capitol.
Well, one thing I'd like to mention, some of the residents said they were not notified the mailboxes were going to be moved. I was told that the contractor had contacted the Rockwood. I'm telling you that what I was told on the other side. I just don't want a lot of hearsay. He said, she said, we said. I don't want to get into that. And I hear that the residents were not notified. I hear that.
I just have a quick question. When does it come down to believing your residents versus believing the
I
people who
believe
are
you that
building?
I'm,
I know, but you keep saying that you did this and this is what they gave you back. And we are coming here, all of us, all the people in the back, and we're telling you we had nothing. We all called the post office ourselves and they had nothing but
did you
years
talk
ago.
to, who did you speak with?
I spoke with Beth at the Rockwood thing. She
Beth?
said they were notified years ago that they were going to build here. And when they
Okay.
notified them, they told them that the mailboxes had to be on one side of the street. She asked me if they were temporary. I said, no, they drilled holes in our yard. They are not in buckets. They are holes now drilled. She then said they had not heard anything in months and that this wasn't okay because our post office, the guy that delivers our mail, comes down the opposite side of the street.
What, had you notified us that you made this phone call or you're
This
bringing it here
happened
tonight?
This happened after the last meeting. That was one of the things on my thing today is that they.
So did you discuss it between now and 2 weeks ago with the township?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. We will get on this. Again, I apologize you're going through this and we're doing our best to keep on it. And I know the chief will check into it and we'll have some of our officers down there as well.
So my only other question is if we keep having water main breaks, are we in the subdivision going to get notified about this? 'Cause
That
nobody
one,
knew.
I apologize. I looked that one. Do you know anything about water main breaks
There
down
was
there,
2
Brian?
Yeah, I mean, so from time to time, at this time of year, so I'm not saying whether it's related or not, this time of year, we tend to have more anyway because of the weather changing. I don't know if it's related or not. Typically, the only time we would notify people is if we had to shut water off. And depending on the situation and what we're having to do to address it, we'll notify people if water has to be shut off.
It was from them doing the construction.
If there was water that had to be shut off to homes, we would notify people. Right. Well, I mean, it's part of our process to notify residents when there's a water main break. If that didn't happen, we can look into that and figure out what happened. But
Nobody
yeah.
in the sub knew. We've had two. If they're back there working and breaking stuff, why aren't we being?
No, I agree with you. And unfortunately, I think he left. The DPW director was here. So Mr. Peters will check into that for sure.
There's, before we go on, there's a piece of paper I left over there in the corner. If you want to just put your email address on there, it's a way to contact you guys. I know a couple of you did already, but it's the white piece of paper there.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I
Yes.
just have a follow-up on the
Sure.
utility thing. Obviously, DTE is not, Heather Gurkowski again, not governed by Brownstown, neither is Xfinity Comcast, although if AT&T get in there, that'd be nice. Will those utilities be affected as they expand? Like, are they going to be taking off of our utilities to go into there? And so they would end up having to shut ours down or not? Because I work remote. And so like if it goes out without notice, and I don't know if that's something that we
Okay.
would need to follow
Mr.
up with
Peters,
you
do
guys,
you,
or we have to
are you
reach
aware
out
of
to
that?
them directly?
Yeah, I mean, typically, so they're not going to shut down service. Now, it could be sometimes during construction, momentarily you lose it when they're connecting in,
Sure.
but typically they're going to expand on whatever existing network they have.
Okay.
But I know there's no plan to like get rid of any service in the area. But I'm certainly they're going to be expanding, I would imagine, the utilities down there. But you're correct, it's nothing that we have any ability to govern. It's all through the Public Services Commission. But,
So do they tell you guys when they plan on doing that, or do they tell their customers, or no?
Typically, we find out when residents have somebody in their yard and we follow up on it. But it is, again, if it's within their right of way, though, they have the right to do it and there's no requirement to notify anybody of that. Now, good manners would dictate you'd let someone know if you're going in their yard. But anyway, it's something we pay attention to, but we technically don't have jurisdiction over it.
It's because like my daughter, when she comes home, she wants the dog. And I don't want to be called the police by my dog, taking out a Comcast guy. She let him out and then, but I didn't know if they had to be part of the professional development, let you guys know, like, okay, we're taking it down so we can connect it.
Okay. All right. We are going to continue
We have one
to,
more for public forum.
oh. Mr. Addy, are you on here for public forum?
Yeah.
Come on up. Were you for public forum?
No.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, thank you all. All right, first on the agenda tonight, we have an agreement for long-term storm water facility maintenance for Woodhaven Brownstown School District.
Make a motion to approve the long-term water facility maintenance for Woodhaven Brownstown School District. Support.
Motion by Chapman, supported by Killian. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the resolution 2025-20 for long-term maintenance of stormwater maintenance system for the Woodhaven Brownstown School District.
Motion to approve resolution 2025-20 for long-term maintenance of stormwater management system for Woodhaven Brownstown School District.
Support.
Motion by Chapman, supported by Jones. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Allen,
Yes.
Killian,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Brinker, yes, Breeze.
Yes. Next, we have board information for the supervisor's report.
Read and file.
Support.
Motion by Allen, supported by Jones. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the clerk's board information.
Read and file.
Support.
Motion by Allen, supported by Jones. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Under the treasurer's report, we have disbursements for November 17th, 2025, $1,944,099.72.
Motion to pay the disbursement for November 17th, 2025, $1,944,099.72.
Support.
Motion by Chapman, supported by Brinker. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Chapman.
Yes.
Killian.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Allen.
Yes.
Brinker, yes. Baries.
Yes. Next, under Community Services Department, we have special land use approval for 18530, 18550 Allen Road.
Motion to approve the special land use approval for 18530, 18550 Allen Road.
Support.
Motion by Chapman, supported by Jones. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the site plan approval for 18530, 18550 Allen Road.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Jones, supported by Allen. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have board information.
Motion to read and file.
Support.
Motion by Jones, supported by Killian. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We have no report submitted for the Recreation Department, but Mr. Wallace did a nice job tonight. We have no report submitted for the Public Works. And I do not know if the township manager wants to give us an update after all this.
Brief update, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you.
Just in case, I guess for residents that maybe didn't tune into our work session, our budget will have our public hearing that will be coming up at our next regular board meeting on December 1st. So looking forward to the public hearing and having the 2026 budget up for final adoption. We'll work with staff internally on some of the concerns that were brought up earlier today. But just for reference, this has been a discussed project for about 3 years now, 2 years it started. The most recent site plan approval was within the last 2 months that was approved in front of the Planning Commission as well as by the Township Board. So just to put that on the record, there are a number of public meetings that were had on this project. The only other item I'd add, we're into our year-end stuff. Budget's a big piece of that, as well as shoring up our final contract negotiations, internally our healthcare and getting open enrollment done, and all those year-end things that need to be taken care of. So that's been taking up a lot of our time, trying to get things wrapped up, and so continue to work on that, and happy to answer any questions.
I would like to add, and I wish I would have done this when the fire department was here. The fire chief had written a very nice letter to us regarding, we had a fire at Casa Santa Marino Apartments. It was pretty well contained, wouldn't you say, Ryan? But there were some issues, and he sent a very nice letter thanking the police department and commending his men and women for doing the job they did. So I would just like to extend that as well. So we appreciate it. And Jeff, if you could let the guys know too. All right. Township offices will be closed on Thursday, November 27th in observation of Thanksgiving, observance of Thanksgiving. My question, are we closed Friday too? I meant to ask that before. I don't want to mislead the public. We're closed Thursday and Friday as normal. So just keep that in mind. We want to see you, but we won't be here the day after Thanksgiving nor Thanksgiving. So hopefully I'll be visiting a new baby. Motion to adjourn?
Support.
Motion by Chapman, supported by Jones. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.